Hello, welcome to the Daily English News program on Azərbaycan Televiziya with the major developments of the day. I'm Gülər Hətamova. On November 5th, President İlham Əliyev received Secretary General of the Cooperation Council of Turkic-speaking states, Bağdat Amreyev.
Pointing to the upcoming summit of the Cooperation Council of Turkic-speaking states, the sites noted that the event would contribute to strengthening of cooperation between the member countries and hailed the excellent organization of the summit in 2019 under the chairmanship of Azerbaijan. Secretary General of the Cooperation Council of Turkic-speaking states, Bağdat Amreyev, congratulated the head of state on the Victory Day, emphasizing that not only the Azerbaijani people but the entire Turkic world was honored by this victory. President İlham Əliyev thanked for the congratulations. The head of state hailed the support of the Cooperation Council of Turkic-speaking states and personally Secretary General Bağdat Amreyev for Azerbaijan's just cause during the patriotic war.
President İlham Əliyev received former Prime Minister of the Republic of Turkey, Binali Yıldırım.
The parties said that the 8th Global Baku Forum under the motto The World After COVID-19 is a very important international event for discussing important issues. The excellent organization of the forum was praised. The sides noted that the participation of many distinguished guests in the forum despite the pandemic showed interest in this event in Azerbaijan. They expressed confidence that the forum will contribute to the expansion of international cooperation.
President İlham Əliyev also received Deputy Assistant Secretary of the State for South Caucasus Regional Conflicts and Southern Europe, Erika Olson. In the course of the meeting, the sides noted that next year will mark the 30th anniversary of the establishment of diplomatic ties between Azerbaijan and the United States, that there are long-term and successful partnership relations between the two countries and fruitful cooperation in the energy field. It was noted that the United States is interested in expanding relations with Azerbaijan. During the course of the meeting, the sides noted that there were new opportunities for regional development and cooperation and exchanged views on prospects of cooperation. According to the press service of President November 5th, President of the Republic of Azerbaijan, İlham Əliyev called President of the Republic of Uzbekistan, Shavkat Mirziyoyev, on the inauguration day. At the beginning of the conversation, President of Azerbaijan sincerely congratulated President of Uzbekistan on his convincing victory in the presidential election and wished him success in his activities aimed at ensuring peace and prosperity of the Uzbek people. The Uzbek president also sincerely congratulated the head of state and the people of Azerbaijan with the coming Victory Day and extended his wishes for peace and progress. The head of state thanked for the congratulations. During the conversations, the side discussed topical issues of strengthening the Uzbek-Azerbaijani strategic partnership and expanding multifaceted cooperation. The heads of state held the continuous dynamics of mutual trade indicators and the increase in the number of joint projects in various sectors of the economy. The launch of car production in the city of Hacı Kabul this year and the projects in the fields of agriculture and silk production were underlined as examples of successful cooperation. It was noted that this National Industrial Exhibition of Uzbekistan will be held in Baku next month. Preparations are underway for the next meetings of the Intergovernmental Commission and the Business Council. The sides also discussed the collaboration in the field of transport and communication as well as the resumption of flights between the capitals. They stressed the importance of holding joint cultural and humanitarian events in Uzbekistan and Azerbaijan on a regular basis. The presidents exchanged views on most important aspects of regional cooperation, including the agenda of the upcoming summit of the Turkish Council. The schedule of high-level meetings was reviewed. President İlham Əliyev signed an executive order on awarding servicemen of the armed forces killed in combat operations for the restoration of the territorial integrity of Azerbaijan. According to the executive order, 136 people were awarded the Azerbaijani flag order, 165 people were awarded the third degree Rashadat, 28 people were awarded the third degree for service to the motherland orders, 5 people with the medal for the motherland, 7 people with the medal for bravery, 7
17 people brave warrior, 1 person for distinguished service, 143 people for the liberation of Sogovoshan, 27 people with the medal for the liberation of Jabrail, 31 people for the liberation of Khojavand, 131 people for the liberation of Fizuli, 19 people for the liberation of Gubadli, 52 people for the liberation of Shusham, 30 people for the liberation of Kelbejar, 3 people for the liberation of Agdam, 10 people were awarded medals for the liberation of Lachin. Armenia must come to terms with the fact that the situation in the region has changed. The country must abandon the territorial claims to Azerbaijan, said Assistant to the President of Azerbaijan, head of the Foreign Policy Department of the Presidential Administration, Hikmet Hajiyev, speaking at the conference 44-Day Path to Victory organized at Ada University.
Azerbaijan is ready to establish peaceful relations with neighboring Armenia, provided that both countries recognize the sovereignty and territorial integrity of each other. The Nagorno-Karabakh conflict has already ended. Karabakh is a matter of our internal policy. Armenia must come to terms with the fact that the situation in the region has changed, and this country must abandon its territorial claims against Azerbaijan. It is necessary to restore relations between the two countries. We call on the entire international community to take steps in this direction.
Within the framework of the 8th Global Baku Forum, another panel discussions took place.
Moderated by the former U.S. Ambassador to Azerbaijan, Robert Sekuda, a panel session was held on the topic Combating Global Climate Change and Meeting Global Energy Needs. How can both problems be combined? The need to abandon selfish approaches in the world and focus more attention on the environment was emphasized. Minister of Energy Parviz Shahbazov, who represented our country in the panel discussions, noted that Azerbaijan supports all global requirements for climate change and at the same time proposes its own solutions. The importance of cooperation to prevent climate change was emphasized. The forum is a very good platform for a number of important areas at the global level. I am happy I am participating here. The panel on climate change that took place is a very important topic for us. I'm glad that the Karabakh problem has found its solution. The infrastructure is being restored, kindergartens and schools are being built. This will give an opportunity to show once again what Azerbaijan is capable of. This forum is a very significant event. I thank Azerbaijan, President İlham and the organizers of the forum for bringing together people from different countries to discuss important issues. In connection with the victory of Azerbaijan, I want to say that this is the success of your country. Seeing the atrocities and barbarities committed by the Armenians for 30 years, I was horrified. They destroyed monuments and government buildings. Susan Elliott, President of the U.S. National Foreign Policy Committee, moderated the Public Health and Vaccine panel and noted that the pandemic has caused serious damage in many areas. The global platform should be created and all the efforts joined to tackle this issue. It is understandable that each state first takes into account its own citizens, but equal access should be ensured for citizens of different countries, and cooperation should be established in this direction. The results achieved by Azerbaijan in the fight against novel coronavirus are taken as an example by the World Health Organization. First Deputy Minister, Acting Minister of Health, Teymur Musayev, informed the panels about the work carried out in this area. Today, we don't only talk about safety of nations and countries, we also consider economic safety of the global world. We see that global safety is not as it is. The source of safety of global countries is the same, be it in Europe or elsewhere. The values of the global world have changed. I came from Africa. The forum is very well organized. Representatives from different countries have gathered here. Fruitful discussions are taking place. I congratulate you on the liberation of your territories. One can envy the development, technological advance, and architecture of your country. The forum is attended by high-ranking representatives from more than 40 countries, former heads of state and government, representatives of international and non-governmental organizations, and other distinguished guests.
The exhibition conference entitled 44-Day Victory Path was organized at Ada University. Participants of the event commemorated the memory of our martyrs. The state anthem was performed. Rector of Ada University, Hafiz Pashayev, stressed that a year ago, under the leadership of the victorious Supreme Commander-in-Chief President İlham Aliyev, the Azerbaijani army, restoring historical justice, put an end to the 30-year occupation. Foreign Minister Ceyhun Bayramov said the Azerbaijani army, having shown great heroism and and courage, wrote the most glorious page in history. Armenia must accept that the situation in the region changed. This was stated by Assistant to President of Azerbaijan, Head of the Foreign Policy Department of the Presidential Administration, Hikmet Hajiyev. Member of Security and Foreign Policy Council under the President of Turkey, Çağrı Erhan, Editor-in-Chief of the Russian magazine National Defense military expert Igor Karachenko, and others congratulated on the glorious victory. It was emphasized that new realities have been created in the region and Armenia must accept it.
We have gathered here to celebrate and congratulate our people and our army under the leadership of the Supreme Commander-in-Chief, President İlham Aliyev, on the first anniversary of the liberation of our lands from the occupation. November 8th, the Victory Day of Azerbaijan, led to a radical change in regional policy in the South Caucasus after the signing of the statement on November 10th. The doctrine of the national security of the Republic of Azerbaijan has also fundamentally altered. From the first days of independence, the key topic on the national security agenda of the Republic of Azerbaijan was precisely the occupation of the Azerbaijani lands and the fact of aggression. The Azerbaijani army, under the leadership of the Supreme Commander-in-Chief, restored historical justice, international law, put an end to almost 30 years of occupation. Taking this opportunity, I would like to express my deep gratitude to the Supreme Commander-in-Chief, President İlham Aliyev, who united our entire people, our society, in the name of the supreme goal.
2,440 more cases of coronavirus infection have been recorded in Azerbaijan, while 2,016 people have recovered and discharged from the hospital and 26 patients died. The overall confirmed cases in Azerbaijan have reached 542,150 with 503,524 recoveries and 7,208 deaths. The number of active infections is 31,418. To detect infection cases overall, 5,256,832 tests have been conducted in Azerbaijan. The task force under the Cabinet of Ministers reported. That was all for the day. Thank you for being with us. Goodbye.